Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 4 of Ultimate X-Men. Now, as you know, Ultimate X-Men was the next line in the Ultimate Marvel series that started off with Ultimate Spider-Man and then Ultimate X-Men. And keep in mind the early issues were done by Mark Millar, who also worked on Kick-Ass. And keep in mind, since Mark Millar only saw 2 of the X-Men films, and never the comics, the originals I mean, he never really knew anything too much about. So the cover mainly has Marvel Girl posing, and let's get on the story. It starts off how back in Cordelia, where we see how after rescuing the President's daughter, we kind of see how Cyclops says, "Storm, this is Cyclops. I don't think we read your last message correctly. What did you just say? Beast dead?" And we kind of see how Storm says that she's not sure, but of course they have to kind of get Beast out quickly, and of course have to deal with enemy fire, and we see how the residents of the town are now taking up arms and trying to gun them down. But we see how Cyclops uses his I-beam to destroy the sort of truck carrying them, and of course we kind of see how Colossus is trying to hold down their guns, and we kind of see how Cyclops and even Iceman have to race to rescue Storm and the others. And of course, we see how Magneto saves them by crushing a whole bunch of trains onto the snipers. And we kind of see how Cyclops says, "I don't care who you are or what you can do. Take one more step towards my people, and I'll burn a hole in you like a donut, mister." And we kind of see how Magneto points out that he's trying to do what he thinks is right, and we kind of see how he points out that their people every day are getting slaughtered and killed. And we kind of see how Magneto says, "Sabotaging a simple kidnap plot which might have ended the Sentinel initiative as a stroke." And we kind of see how he kind of decides to let them go and leaves. And we kind of see how Scarlet Witch asks her father why Wolverine hasn't done it yet and killed Professor Xavier. We kind of see him pointing out, Wolverine always gets the job done. Murdering Charles was something he was very much looking forward to. And he points out that he's done other jobs, like killing a CEO of an ocean company that polluted the oceans. And we kind of see how he says, "You know Wolverine, holding off on a kill. This means there's a woman he's trying to get into bed first." And we kind of see how back at the mansion, we see how, due to using Cerebro, we see how Xavier's using what knowledge he can from medical work and giving Jean advice to help save Beast. And we kind of see how the team are kind of dealing with the after effects, and even Storm mentioning Bobby feeling responsible. And we kind of see how Cyclops is even annoyed, and even said that he called Beast's mum, but showed no concern or care for what happened to him. And of course, this is where we kind of see how Wolverine tries to hit on Jean, and trying to play the Mr. Nice Guy route. And of course, we see him saying, "Don't tell me he's still blaming himself for all this." And we kind of see how he tries to kind of play the whole, "you don't feel, about me" sort of thing. And we kind of see how he gets into Jean's feelings. And this is also where we do see them making out. And this is Wolverine giving the look, saying, "She's mine now. Tough break, buddy." And we kind of see how back at the Danger Room, we see how Xavier's talking with the President's assistant about the whole after the kidnapping plot thing. And this is where we kind of see how Cyclops decides to leave. And we kind of see how Xavier points out that they're supposed to help deal with Magneto and his followers causing trouble, and have to point out that they are trying to set things right, and lead a better tomorrow. And this is where you do kind of see how Xavier's trying to use his mind powers as a way to calm Cyclops down. And this is kind of like where we see him sort of reading the mind about the foul language he's saying, and leaves off in a huff. And we see how, due to being given a special kind of medicine, B's basically skin's now becoming blue, and this is going to be the iconic sort of blue fur sort of thing. And of course, we see how in the Savage Lands, the Blackbird flies down. And this is also where we do kind of see Cyclops saying, "Okay, Magneto, I'm interested. Let's hear what you have got to say for yourself." And we kind of see Magneto saying, "Welcome to the Savage Land, brother Cyclops." And yeah, this is the story. So I think issue 4 is sort of okay, but again, I think the problem is, I think having Cyclops sort of joining the Brotherhood a little too early doesn't work as much. Again, I think the point of the X-Men is that you want to build them for their first big mission, but you don't want to rush things too quickly. I think the point of building up the X-Men, you want to sort of build a team slowly, and also get to know them a bit more. I can understand that Mark Millar was only stuck with 2 films, and not really having the comics that he probably wouldn't really have known as a kid. And I get sometimes you might not be keen on something at first, and if you're asked to work on something, you're kind of stuck with what you had with you. So I think this issue definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. It's alright, not the greatest, but again, you can tell Mark Millar was stuck with what he got. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.